Hit the record button. All right, so you are all here to learn about how to start your own life insurance agency or your own life insurance business from home. So that's what we're going to go over today. We're going to start off just the beginning, just kind of letting you know who we are. So anyone that, if you got invited here, after this meeting, you will reach back out to the person who invited you. If you just heard from us from Melissa, from the Insurance Exam Queen, you can just fill out our form and contact us through our form. But if someone specific invited you, please reach out to that person for information. Let me see. Okay. All right. So go ahead and hit the PowerPoint.
Oh, I'm not sharing, huh?
Oh, you're not sharing yet. Come on, Navigator. Perfect. I'll actually let you start this time. So we're just
Okay,
gonna, before we get started, we're just gonna share who we are and how we got to this place.
cool.
Go
And
ahead.
you can see the screen, right? It worked this time, the first time.
Yep.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Jeff Cross. I've been with this company doing this for about a year now, but prior to that, I had a long career in the P&C world. Worked for a large insurance carrier for 25 years, just over 25 years, in a variety of roles. I started off as a frontline employee, working directly with customers. Um, Auto and property insurance. And then from there, I kind of moved on to the training world. I was a trainer for 10 years. So I got to train new employees, existing employees on our systems, our products, auto and property insurance. So all those ins and outs. And then from there, I went into the underwriting world. So I was a frontline underwriter for a few years and then ended in the compliance world, mainly dealing with documents, making sure that all the documents functioned correctly. When regulations changed, that we updated our language on the documents to meet those regulations in the various states. Um, so a long career there, many different roles, but um, COVID changed a lot. And so with the return to work policies that came about, I decided it was time for me to move on, do something different. Our lives have changed. We got into new routines within COVID. Kids are now in high school and they have all their activities. So um, doing this work from home gives us all the kind of flexibility that we would ever want, to be there for our kids and be able to work at the same time. Um, so I'm happy to be here and I'm happy y'all are here and look forward to helping you guys in any way we can as you guys move forward in your journeys.
Awesome. And I am Charmaine. I'm Jeff's wife. We met each other at the insurance company that we both worked for before. We have a blended family, 5 teenagers in the house. It's a wild, wild household, but it's busy, busy, busy. This is perfect for us because we have the ability to be home, like you said, and do the things that we need to do. But I went to college to be a teacher, taught for 4 years, and then went to the insurance industry because I realized teaching wasn't making enough money and I was working way too many hours. So I went to part-time insurance and ended up being there for 15 years. And so moving to this was something that I didn't take lightly. I always did some kind of like network marketing or selling something like selling protein shakes or makeup or skincare or something. I've always done something like for extra money. This was just something that kind of molded everything. I can sell something, but also use our insurance knowledge and stuff like that. So that's what we're here to show you guys, what the opportunity is for you if you are getting licensed or if you're looking to get licensed in life and health, some things that you can do with that license. So we will show you that. This QR code that's here on this screen is just, it's a form that you can fill out if you're interested in working with us. If somebody else invited you here, you can fill it out, but make sure you put their name on it if they did invite you here. So it'll be at the end also. So just in case, go ahead and go to the next one. So why life insurance? So the life insurance industry is a $1 trillion industry, and you get to be a part of that if you get licensed. So 41% of adults who have life insurance report that they don't have enough coverage to cover all their responsibilities. Over half, so 52% of adults say the reason they don't have coverage is the price. Many people are unaware that life insurance is based on health, age, height, weight, other things that are play into your rates and whether you get approved or not. And so I feel like it's a wide open market. We can all provide these people with education and help them make sure that their families are protected, get them what they need. And while doing this, you are able to make extra money also. And the average home right now needs about $11,000 extra a year just to live the same way that we did 4 years ago. So you can make that up doing life insurance without having to get another job and things like that. So we'll show you how to do it. So choosing your path. So when you're getting licensed, or if you are already licensed, you have a decision to make, right? Are you going to work for somebody, or are you going to work for yourself? So designing your own life or making a living. We were making a living working for a company. We were only getting our 2 to 3% raise every year, not keeping up with inflation, not keeping up with groceries and insurance and gas and all the things. So we needed to do something different. And that's why we chose to start our own business. Next. But there are pros and cons, right? Working for an employer has pros and cons, and so does working for yourself. So some of the pros working for an employer, it's stable, predictable income, predictable schedule, benefits, job security. Sometimes you see a lot of layoffs happening right now, but usually job security. Cons, flexibility is not there. Limited income growth, less potential for high earnings. You usually have a cap at what you can make in a job. Set schedule, driving to and from work, being in traffic, job insecurity potentially, competition for promotions, and limited vacation time. So owning your own business though. So there also is pros and cons for this. So owning your own business, flexibility is one of the pros, potential for much higher earnings than a job. You control when, where, how you work, flexible schedule, no driving time. You don't have to worry about being in traffic, potential to work from anywhere. We were just in Texas last week and we were able to work from Texas. We've worked from Vegas before. You can work from anywhere. As long as you have Wi-Fi and a computer, you can do it. No competition for promotions. That is a huge one here. Nobody fights for a promotion. Everyone is against themselves, which is amazing. So you don't have to fight for 20 other people for that role that you're looking to do next. And you can grow yourself as a person and as a leader. Now here's some cons though. You have to be self-disciplined. There's not guaranteed money. If you're not working, you're not making money. No job security, no employee benefits, and you are going to need some financial resources, and we'll share what you're going to need that for. Do you want to do this one?
Certainly. So what to look for, right? So things we all want to be aware of when we're choosing where we want to work, who we want to work for, whether it's for ourselves or for a company. We certainly want to make sure that we fit right within the role, and that the role that we're seeking fits us. So you want to be aware of what the culture of the organization you work for, work with is. What are their core values? What do they stand for, right? What kind of leadership and mentors are present to help you on your path to be more successful and to enter these roles? What lead availability is there? So how are you getting your work? How are you going to be productive in your work? What are the team dynamics, right? Is there a lot of work drama? Because we all love work drama, right? So what are the dynamics of the team? How do people work together and work within the organization and help each other within that dynamic? What are the kind of partnerships are there? Who are you working with within the organization, outside of the organization? What kind of structure is in place for those partnerships already? And what kind of product types are there? Is there only one or two products that you can get really good at understanding right away, but be limited in what products you're able to offer to your potential clients and customers? And then what's the pay structure like, right? Are you going to get paid enough? Are you able to determine your pay? What's the potential for that pay amount to increase over time, and what can you do to ensure that? So you want to make sure we're thinking about all of these things when we're deciding where we're going to work and who we're going to work with. You're on mute.
Talking to myself over here. Starting your own business. So we say just do it, because we've been in the corporate world and we've now done this on our own. So that's kind of where we're at. But some things that you're going to need to, what it's going to take to work for yourself. It takes time. It takes energy, patience, because you're gonna get frustrated sometimes because it's not moving as fast as you had hoped. Mental toughness, people are gonna tell you no. You're gonna have to get used to being told no. Belief in yourself is a huge one. You have to believe that you can do this. Why not you? Other people have, why not you? And it takes vision to see what's possible. And the beauty of it here is you can see with people that have already been there. People have done it before us. We can just follow what they're doing. So that's what I
People
love.
from all walks of life too.
All
So
walks of life.
people from corporate,
Yeah,
every kind of job type that you can think of, there's someone at Symmetry, at least one person at Symmetry who is killing it. So anybody can do it. And it's been proven
yeah.
over and over again.
Yep. Next. So why Symmetry? So why we chose this company specifically to partner with, okay? So that was easy. It had every single thing we were looking for. It was remote, okay? It was a real opportunity. We could do it from anywhere. It gave us the flexibility, like Jeff was saying, we need to take kids to and from practices in school. So we need to be able to go back and forth throughout the day. Mentorship is unmatched. The amount of mentors that we have here, even people that have nothing to do with us, mentor us. And I love that. The technology and training is amazing. Culture leads. And the biggest reason we chose it was we had the ability to own our own agency. So once you hit that level, it is yours. You sign contracts and it is yours to do what you choose. And we'll show you how that works at the end. Okay. So here's the remote part. You have the ability to work from anywhere, right? You can work when it fits in your lifestyle. You can work in the nooks and crannies of your day. You know, if you have toddlers, you can do it when they're napping. If you have kids in school, you can do it while they're at school. While kids are doing your homework, like this little family right here. She's working while the child is doing her homework. And no need for childcare. You don't have to pay a babysitter to watch your kids. They can be in the room next to you or even on the floor next to you, and you can still do your job. Next. So here's the culture and core values part. So we're going to go over this a little bit. It was also important for us to partner with a company that had both. So the next slide is going to talk about the company's core values. So this is the company's core values. Relationships matter. People come first. Okay, people come first always. Relentless pursuit of personal growth. Open, honest, productive communication. We do the right thing even when no one is looking. We act like owners because we own it. We have fun and get stuff done. And we do try to make sure that we are, being a positive influence on people. Next. So here's something that we love too. So culture in your work environment. So you work for yourself here, but you are not by yourself ever, okay? We have a workroom that is open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We do all of our meetings there, all of our trainings there. Everything is in this one specific place. So if you have to go somewhere, it's not 50 different links that you have to find. It's all done here. There's always a supportive environment. If you're in there in the middle of the day, there's always somebody in there that can answer any questions that you have. If you're working and calling clients, there's always somebody that can answer a question there, no matter what. We all collaborate, we all help each other all around us, and there's always knowledge. Like I said, so many of these people have been here like 7, 8 years, and they're way at the top of the company. They've been through the trenches like all of us are all doing now, and they're leading the way. So it's amazing. And like I said, you'll always be able to find someone to help there. Next. So the mentorship part, mentorship and leadership development, they're really big about making sure that you are finding ways to grow yourself, learn from other people. How can you help other people? So we were able to go to Texas last week for 5 days, and we were able to have dinner with all of the people in this picture are all leaders in our company. We got to hang out, mingle with them, learn from them. It was so amazing. But we want you to become profitable as soon as possible in your business. So we want to make sure that we're growing, helping you get to that way. So we're going to be there the entire way from the beginning till you get to wherever you want to go. You always want to seek opportunities to grow yourself and your business at all times. So they have boot camps, conferences, different trainings that you could get online. So a lot of the trainings are online, but boot camps and conferences, if you can get around the people that are doing it, builds the belief in the business and what you're doing. Cause there's gonna be days that you're like, I don't know if I could do this. But you get around people who have done it, and they show you that you can do it. So this was just an amazing weekend that we had with all of the leaders at our company. So industry leading technology and training. So I wanted to bring this up because a lot of companies don't have this that we have. So I'm going to go to the next slide. So this is our industry leading InsurTech platform. So all of these are part of the company. Okay. So there's training, which is Summit. You get all of your training from a platform called Summit, and then we help you along that way. There's Leads Marketplace, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The engagement, we have Quility Switchboard. So Quility Switchboard is our CRM, and I'll show you what that looks like also. Quility Navigator is our platform that helps us. We have so many carriers, right? We have up to 40, 50 different carriers. This platform, you can plug in the person's information and it'll tell you best options for that client. So instead of having to go shop 40 different carriers, it already kind of gives you a guideline of where you might want to try for that client. And then we have digital insurance products. So a lot of these carriers have created products specific to our company. Only our company could write these products for our clients. They can't go buy it from another, from their direct website or anything. That can only be through us. So we will go over some of the things next. Here's the training part. So it's Quility U and Summit. That's all the training, learning management system. It's designed specifically for the sales industry. Interactive script training, revamped new agent onboarding, fast track training. So that's on there too. And it just exists to accelerate your business. Results by proving what you need to know and how, what you need to know and how you need to do it, how to implement it basically. So this is what the training looks like. And in the beginning, we only have you do part of it. You're not going to go through a lot. And this is what Switchboard looks like. So this is just kind of a basic thing with it. When you get in and we get you in the company, we will definitely show you more of it. But it's a trimodal communication platform. It allows agents to maximize efficiency and close more leads. You can recruit effectively with customized tools, websites, and funnels for marketing. So basically, Switchboard, you can text people, you can email people from, you can call, it's all done in one. And eventually, they're going to have Switchboard connected with the next screen, which is Navigator. So Navigator, this is what the system is for quoting, okay? Eventually, they're going to be into one. Hopefully, by the end of the year, they will be into one, so it'll be so much easier. You call, you quote, you do everything from one specific platform. But we do have a lot of digital products, like I was saying, that are specific to us. And if those come up and you want to apply for one of them, you would apply directly from this screen. Takes 10 minutes or less to get your client protected. Super, super quick. No more need for the poke in the arm and them coming out and drawing blood and all the things like that. We can get people protected almost instantly.
Yep. And the great thing with Symmetry is that it helps you stay organized, helps you track your clients. You can group your clients based on the type of lead or where they're at in the stage, or what kind of conversations you've had. So it really helps you with your efficiency and your organization. So it's kind of one place. It's kind of your office, so to speak.
Yep. So here's some how do we find clients. I get asked this a lot because people are like, I don't know how to sell. I can't sell things. So we'll show you, and there's no cold calling involved, just so you know, no cold calling involved. Next. All right, so how do we find clients? So I do a lot of this one, warm market solution. So people in your network, friends, family, relatives of them, whoever might be, just someone in your warm market. You don't have to pay for a lead. You just get it from somebody.
Social media network.
Social media, the next one, social media though. So then social media platform. So I do use social media a lot. So if you come in and you're working with us, I tell people all the time, copy and paste whatever. If there's something I post that you like, feel free to use it because I make content all the time. But there is within Switchboard a social media planner also. So if maybe you're not real amazing at social media, maybe you don't like using it, you can kind of start with something like this, like on the Switchboard app, you can start posting, like it can schedule posts, it can share things from there. So I haven't even started using that planner yet. I just do my own thing. So, but social media is an amazing, amazing resource. If you're not a secret agent and you tell people, I'm a life insurance agent, I'm licensed in whatever states you're licensed in. If you know of anyone, send them my way. And you keep doing that over and over and over, people will start remembering you. And when they think of someone and someone's talking about life insurance, they're gonna be like, oh, Ruby said, or Ruby sells life insurance, and they'll, excuse me, they'll remember you and they'll send them your way. Oh, the allergies, y'all, is driving me nuts. Okay, so here is the next part. I'll let Jeff talk about this because I'm about to choke.
So inbound leads. So different types of leads are available through Symmetry. There's direct mail leads. Those are going to be a lot of mortgage protection type leads. There's no mortgage protection specific policy anymore, but we run marketing campaigns for someone when we find people who have recently purchased a home or refinance. We'll send out the mailers, and those people who reply directly through the mail will then reach out to them. Same thing with call-in leads. They'll get a flyer, and they can call in, give some basic information, and then those leads are then available for us to then contact those individuals and then have those initial conversations. What are they looking for? How can we best help them? And then there's the online requests, whether people do social media searches, leads will come up that way. They'll get generated that way. We'll also have leads that come in through TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, where individuals will click on an ad. They'll put in some basic information, and that gets then sent over to us for, again, to contact those clients, have those conversations, find out what their needs are, and then worked on getting them protected. So again, no cold calling. These are people who have requested our help. They're requesting us to reach out to them to give them more information. The leads are subsidized. So Symmetry, and we may talk more about this in a bit, but Symmetry does invest a lot in their lead generation program, and they cover more than half of that expense. So that allows us to purchase these leads at a low cost. And there's all kinds of lead types available.
And they range from like $1.20 up to, like, you can get some leads that are fresh. Someone was searching on Google for life insurance 5 minutes ago, and then you get that lead. Those ones might be $75. It just depends. So basically, you can buy your own income here. You buy your leads, you call the people, close that deal. You can buy your own income here. Next. This is just kind of a little bit what the leads look like. They'll come in, like there's a mortgage protection one. You set your own schedule. There's actually a whole bunch of different ones. They'll have like IULs. They'll have ones that are looking to get out of debt, because we have debt-free life people who handle people to get out of debt. So you'll see a lot of those, and you might see them actually, like if you're searching on Instagram or TikTok, you might see one of our ads go through and it'll talk about what you can do with an IUL. You can help save for college. You can help do this. You can help do that. And if somebody's interested in whatever they said, they'll click on it and put their information. That lead comes to us, and then we call them and set up, an appointment to get them covered or talk to them about coverage. Not always is it going to end in a policy, but you at least get to give them information. All right, so this is the fun part. Now we're going to go into how you actually make the money, okay? How do you make the money? So when you partner with us, you become a broker with up to 40 plus carriers to help your clients find a solution to their needs. The carriers pay the commissions directly to you, okay? We don't have anything to do with your pay. It comes directly from the carrier. So the carrier, you'll write a policy, they'll send you the commission, usually 24, maybe 48 hours, depending on what time of the day you did the policy, but usually no more than 48 hours to get paid for what you did today. And then the next screen is just going to show you a little bit about who some of the carriers we work with. I'm not gonna really go over them, but these are some of them you'll recognize, like Mutual of Omaha. You'll see Foresters and F&G, AIG, Gerber Life. You'll see a lot of these like on commercials and stuff. They've been around, most of them for close to 100 years, some of them over 100 years. So they're good rate, like highly rated companies that we partner with. All right, so these we're just gonna go through really, really quick. I want to talk a little bit more about the next slide. So I'm gonna go through this one real fast. So basically, when you come in, most people come in as part-time, okay? A lot of people will come in while they still have another job because they're not sure where this is gonna go. So while they're working, they'll do this on the side and build it up until they figure out if they want to stay, do full-time, or maybe just keep it as a side hustle. Either way, we're good with any of it, okay? Part-time agent, you can expect probably 15 to 20 hours a week. You're gonna need time to not study, but if you want to do some training videos or meetings, calling clients, trying to set appointments, doing appointments, all of that probably would be about 15 to 20 hours a week if you're part-time. And on average, part-time people do about 6 policies a month, okay? The average policy is about $1,200. So if you did 6 policies a month at $1,200 each, you can expect to be making about $7,200 each month in premium, and you get 80% of that, okay? So right up front, you're looking at $5,760. And that's on average. There's people that do way more and there's people that do way less. And we'll show you that next too, like some of the new people, what kind of numbers that they've put through, and we'll show you that pretty soon too.
And last thing at the bottom, the carriers are going to hold 25% for things like chargebacks if someone cancels a policy. I like to think of it as tax holding because we are going to be responsible for our own taxes. So having that 25% held back is kind of a blessing because you can put that to the tax fund as you become more successful and stay successful.
All right, this is the fun part. All right, tell me if there's anyone out there who's ever got a 15% raise in 90 days. I want to know where and how, because you don't see it happen. Most people get a 2 to 3% raise a year, not every month or every whatever. We have the ability here to get a raise for the 5% each month for 3 months, okay? It is amazing. So we all start at 80% commission. Every single person that comes into this business starts at 80% commission. And in the first, so the left side of the slide is light blue. That is the slower route, okay? You still can get your commissions in 6 months, like increased 15% in 6 months or 3 months, okay? So if you're gonna do this, you have so the first one, you come in at 80%. I'm gonna go the fast route because that's what I think everyone should do. But first month you come in, right, 5,000 in premium that first month. Your contract rate goes up to 85%. It'll never go back down. Always it will stay at 85 until you go to the next level. And if you do that in that 1 month, you'll also get a 10% bonus. And that 10% bonus comes from the company. So if you sold 5,000, your commissions are probably like, I don't know, 4,000 at least, something like, and then you would get a $500 bonus from the company. The next month, you have the ability to go up to 90%. So you would write $7,500 in premium. It'll go up to 90%, and you'll also still get a 10% bonus. So you're adding these bonuses here as you go. The next month, $12,500 in premium, and it goes up to 95%. Still will get the 10% bonus. One thing to note here though, and this is, it's not on here, but on the fast track, in a month, so every month that you are going for promotion, you must write policies 3 out of the 4 weeks of the month, or if it's a 5-week month, you would do 4 out of the 5 weeks. So you would need to write at least 1 policy a week, or 3 out of the 4 weeks, or 4 out of the 5 weeks in order to get that bonus, okay? If you do it on the slow track, $2,500 a month for 2 months in a row goes up to 85%. Next 2 months, 5,000, 2 months in a row goes up to 90. Next 2 months, 10,000, it goes up to 95%. So it's a little bit slower. You don't get the bonuses, but the good thing about these is it doesn't have to be written, or you don't have to have policies written like 3 out of the 4 or 4 out of the 5 weeks. It can be any time during that month. So either way, you have the ability to, at least within 6 months, get to 95%. So that is cool. These are, look at these numbers, guys. All right, so when, I want to know when, or who, if anyone, if you are out there and you've written, or if you were able to make 29,000 in 1 month. If you're out there, that's amazing. Congratulations. But if not, look what's available. Look what is available for you. The left hand is week to date. This is in March though, so there was a little bit of what, a couple weeks ago. But 9,900 in premium in 1 week. That's nuts. That's like at least $7,000 in his bank account. 29,000 in a month. If he's at 80% contract with doing that much, he's not going to be at 80% very long. But even if he was at 80%, he's still 20,000 or so, you know? That's so much potential here for money. Next. So full-time, I'm not going to really go through this one because it's just doubling the time. So like if you're going to do full-time, 35 to 40 hours a week, you can be potentially making about $205,000 if you're doing on average 15 to 20 policies a month, which is very doable. You hear it all the time, like how many apps, like people have had 15 apps in a week, and that is, it's a lot. But if you do like 15 to 20 a month, that's 5 a week. If you're doing that's, and that's on the higher end. So that's a potential up to 205,000 a year if you're doing 15 to 20 policies a month. That's about at a 95% contract level, because if you're doing that much policies, you're not going to be at 80% very long. It goes up that slingshot pretty quickly. Okay, go ahead and go to the next. These are just some top producers, 30,000 in a week. And this on the other side, 75,000 in premium for the month. So that is 75,000, and that, I'm sure that one is probably at least 95 or 100% contract rate. So $75,000 in your bank account in 1 month sounds pretty awesome to me. And these are just some quick people that have hit 100,000 in personal production. So they have written over $100,000 in policies in a month. So, and it goes, Rex Knight was 2 months in a row. And then if you look down at the bottom, Ashley Richard last year did 3 months in a row, 100,000 for 3 months in a row. She just had it in her head, I want to do this, I'm going for it. And she did not stop working until she hit the 100,000 that month. And it was like everyone's just watching, like, she can do it again, she can do it again. And then she did it again the next month, and then did it again the next month. We're like, this is crazy. And she still, I think, still writes like at least 40,000 a month. It's insane. All right, so when we talked about a little bit earlier is why we chose, one of the main reasons why I decided this company was for me was building an agency that I own. Okay. There's a story of a guy who owns a State Farm agency, and I think he's like 74 years old or something. And when he dies, the agency goes back to State Farm. His family doesn't get it. His family doesn't get any residuals. His family gets nothing out of that. We wanted something that when we die, we can give this agency to our family. We have 5 kids. They can figure it out who's getting it after this, but our kids get our agency when we're gone. And I think that is something that you can't do that with everything else. Like you might leave them something, but an agency that's already built and been grown, it is something so cool. And that is why, the main reason why I decided this was it. All right, so it's an exclusive agency ownership program that we have here, okay? Symmetry provides agents with everything that they need to build their own business through true contractual ownership. When you get there, you'll get contracts sent to you, you sign everything, it's legal, it's sign on the dotted line, everything, it's yours at that point. and you have the ability to earn both time and money with the system-driven income. And like we said, you can pass the business that you've worked so hard to build to a loved one. So what that looks like, okay? So you see how much money you can make producing, right? You can, and you don't have to, this part is not for everybody, okay? You don't have to build an agency, okay? I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, I don't want to recruit, I don't want to do that. And if that's you, that is totally fine. The production side, you can still make a ton of money, ton of money that way. But if you want something that you may not have to do all the work, you can build an agency and you can make residuals off of people that are coming with you. You help them build, you help them, do their underwriting, you help them do the things. When they write a policy, you get a little kickback off of that. So what that looks like, this agent example is at 105 contract rate. And all of these on the side are what the people that she's brought into her agency are at. So when someone comes in new, they're 80%. She would make, when the 80% girl writes a policy, the 105% girl would make 25% of whatever the 80% girl wrote. If she wrote $10,000 that month, this girl gets 25% of that. It is something, they call it overrides. So it's like you help them, you bring someone in, you help them get licensed, you help them go through all the training, you share, just share the knowledge that you've been through. And in return, the company will pay you for helping that person. And I think that is something that you don't see anywhere else. You don't see, you get a spread on helping somebody do, like, make money. You usually don't see that in any business that you do. So that would be, and it goes all the way up. 5% on someone, it's 100%, 95%, you get 10%. Just that's the spread that you would get on all the people that are underneath you. So if you want to build an agency, we can share that and help you with that process. If you want to just produce, we are totally fine with that. We will never push you to do anything you don't want to do, but it is available and it is something that gives you residual income down the line. Here's some things that are out there also. So a lot of these trips are all expense paid vacations. And these are all done by the carrier. So each carrier will set up a trip for the year. You can, when you write policies with that company, if you're at a certain level, like top 10 or top whatever for that time frame, you get to go to these trips. One of our friends did the Las Vegas one, and it was a Super Bowl trip. So any football fans out there, we were like losing our minds. Had all this experience at the Super Bowl. They got to go in all the VIP locations. It was just something super, super cool. And then we watch, of course, all the beach ones are awesome too, but Super Bowl was something that was, I thought was really, really cool. And anyone can earn them. Any single person can earn them. It's the top 10 of whatever the time frame is. So anyone can earn it.
Yep.
So
some of them are production based too, if you just write a certain amount of premium within that time frame.
Yeah. Most of them will, like, there's one right now that you have to write 25,000 in premium, and I still have 2 months left to earn it. I'm really trying because I want to go, but that's kind of what's out there, but it's available. So where do we go from here? So we want to go, if you are licensed, great. You don't have to go through all this. We can get you started right away. But if you aren't licensed, so we will get you into a licensing course if you need it, if your state requires it. If your state does not require a course, my friend Melissa has a program where she teaches people how to pass insurance exams. A lot of you might have found us through her. We refer a lot of people to her if their state does not require a licensing course, quote unquote. I think there's like about half that don't require it. So you pass your exam, apply for your license, and while your license is like getting approved, we can get you into some training with us, with our company. And you should be making money, I would say. I don't know. People are about 7 to 10 days in licensing, I would say. Some people take longer. It just depends. But if you're on average, you could be making money by the 3rd or 4th weekend. So target is 3 weeks, but it does take a little bit longer. Some states are really crazy with how long it takes to get your licensing, but if your state is quick, it can be fast. All right, so here is the QR code again. So if you were invited here by one of our agents, which we have a few, I think, on here that were invited by somebody, you want to reach out to that person and they will send you all the licensing information that you need. Okay. They'll send all the licensing information. If you got us or found us through Melissa or through another way, scan the QR code, fill out the form, and we will be able to connect with you probably tomorrow because we have a track meet or track banquet tonight. It'll probably be tomorrow. And we'll contact you and we can talk a little bit more, but we want to answer. Do we have time for questions?
We have a few minutes, yeah.
We have about 5 minutes for questions. So if you have anything and you want to unmute real quick and ask, then we will. You're in Florida. Awesome. Jeff's sister lives in Florida. Awesome. Melissa's amazing, Ruby. We used to work with her at USAA. So that's how we know Melissa. I worked with her 15 years ago. So yeah, you do keep your book of business, yes. Once they're your client, they're your client. Anyone else want to unmute or pop a question in the comments? If not, I'll put my phone number here too at 623-203-0364. It's there. So yeah, so our agency, we named it Cross Life Agency, but we partner with Symmetry. So they help us with getting contracted and they help us with all the training and stuff like that so that we didn't have to develop all that stuff ourselves. It just kind of is a partnership. So they help us do what we need to do daily, but they help us with all the contracting with all the carriers. They do all the Ebony. Yes, you may text me. You can text me now and I'll try to respond for sure. Is it free to start? So once you have your license, the only costs I would say are associated are some of our carriers are going to require you to have E&O insurance, which is errors and omission insurance. That is something that you can buy as you're getting into the system. And it's like, I don't know, $24 to $30 a month or so. Awesome, Sunny. Congrats. So you already passed. Congratulations. But so there's that, there's insurance, and then leads are something that if you don't have a way of generating your own leads and your own clients, you're gonna want to do leads so that you can make money. So you want to have people to contact, but it is totally up to you how you want to run your business. If you want to make money quick, it's probably going to be the leads route that you're going to want to do. And we usually, with our new agents, we have them start with the super cheap leads, like $1.20. We'll have them buy like 50 to 100 of those, practice calling, like get comfortable dialing and talking to people and letting them know what you're all about. Like, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm helping you with this, like just learning what you're doing. Because you don't want to buy a $30 or $40 lead and have no idea what you're saying. So we just have people practice on the cheap ones, get comfortable, and you will get some people that are interested still from that. Awesome. Perfect.
Yep. And there's, like Charmaine was saying, there's different leads. We want everyone to be successful, but everyone starts at a different place and everyone learns differently too. So, investing in those less expensive leads, it's good practice. It's good to get out there. And then as you get more successful, get more comfortable, get better with underwriting, then you can start transitioning to the more, there are higher cost leads, but they're newer leads. Sometimes they're more interested buyers. So there's a lead type for everybody. There's a lead type for everyone, wherever you're at. So it's really easy to come in, start working, and start finding some success right away.
Okay, Melissa said, do you earn residuals? So on the life insurance policies themselves, we just earn the first year. There are different kinds of things like different IULs or annuities that we can do that do earn residuals. The residuals are going to come in when you have people under you, like when you're building an agency, not specific to each policy though. The policies, IUL, no, we do every policy. Oh, Jeff already answered that. Any kind of policies. IULs are just something that are a big topic of conversation right now. So we do every kind of policy, annuities, debt-free life.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know of other IMOs they're called, right? Management organizations that help, but we've heard of different ones where, they may have one product or only a certain type of product. Different ones may filter your pay. The pay goes to the company and then the company pays you at certain times of the month, those kinds of things. That's really what makes Symmetry so much more unique is we have a wide product suite that we can offer to all kinds of different people, and the pay is coming directly to you from the carriers. Symmetry is not involved in you getting paid by the carriers in any way.
Okay, yes. Melissa's asking if you can do variable
The
life too.
variable and variable. So I
It's
think the
fixed.
variables come through the annuity program. So there is an opportunity to do annuities here as well. There's some additional training involved with that too, but absolutely, if that's the route you want to take, that's certainly an option for you here.
In the beginning though, everything's fixed. So all of the things that we do is fixed. Like most of the annuities are going to be a fixed annuity.
Mhm.
But I think you can eventually do everything after that.
Yeah.
Anything else before we
Yeah.
end?
2 or 3 more minutes. Your last questions.
Yeah, but if anyone, so you have my cell phone number there, you can text, if you're interested in anything at all, fill out the QR, scan the QR code and put your information, that at least you'll have my cell phone information, because I'll text you. So I'll text you and just say, hey, keep me posted on your licensing, or if you have more questions, you can always ask them at any point. If you have anyone else that's interested, you can also send them my way. What is, 1 second. Yes, there will be a recording of the Zoom. I'll have to get the list from Melissa, but if you scan this and ask for the recording, then I will definitely send you the recording. Can you put the link? Yes, let me put the link real quick. 1 second, let me pull it up. I have it right here. Here it is. Yeah, so you can click on that and then just fill it out. It's just asking if you're licensed. It asks, your name, your phone number, your email, and then I'll reach. If you fill that out and ask for the recording, I'll just send the recording as soon as we upload it, which probably will be tonight or tomorrow morning before we get it uploaded, but I'll get it sent over for sure. Then if you know of anyone that's interested or wants to work from home, you can also send them the recording too, and I'll connect with them that way. Anybody that you know at all. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, you can fill out the form, text me. We'll get right back to you. If you think of anything else, let us know. Awesome.
Right. And best of luck to all of y'all, whichever path y'all choose. And
Yeah.
anything we can do to help you guys along the way, we're more than happy to do so.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I will get those recordings out to you hopefully by tomorrow morning. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Bye, y'all.